Welcome back, VA user. In today's session, we are going to cover the last PO price costing method. And in this costing method, whatever the last purchase order, unit price becomes the cost for all the remaining items. You can see into the Excel, we have the costing engine status, and onto the right side, there are certain transactions to explain you. I just again want to remind that you need to create a product category and you need to select your costing method as last PO price and costing level as organization. And thereafter, you need to create one of the product and you need to assign that product to this particular product category. All the transactions that we are considering here all are into the primary unit of measurement and into the primary currency. In case if you want to test or you want to see the output of the system using the secondary currency or the secondary unit of measurement, then in the calculation, you just need to consider the conversions. Let's move on to the system and we'll start discussing the example that we have prepared for you. Now, onto the left side, there is a costing status, and onto the right side, there is Vienna Advantage transactions. So once you have created your product category and you assign the product, and thereafter your costing engine status would nothing, it means your per unit cost is going to be 0, your on-hand quantity is going to be 0. And thereafter we have started with the purchase order. On 1st of April, we have generated one of the purchase order where we are procuring 100 quantities and per unit cost is going to be 27,000. Again, this 27,000 is into the primary currency only. Now thereafter, the vendor sends the material, and on 4th of April, we receive that material, all the 100 quantities, and we process the material receipt. As a result of the completion of the material receipt, you would be able to see your costing engine status is going to be 27,000 per unit cost for your product and 100 quantities. And thereafter, at the level of the AP invoice, if there would be any change, you can see in our example, it is 27,500 instead of 27,000. But this 500 difference will never be reflected in the costing engine, since our costing method represents that we need to use last PO price as our cost. So at this moment of time, on 4th of April, when we process the AP invoice, our cost remains 27,000, not 27,500. So that is one of the important things. And thereafter, we just plan for the sales. We receive a sales order and we just place our margin and we are selling this item as 35,000 for a unit. And thereafter, we did the delivery on 5th of April and 50 quantities are sold. And these 50 quantities are sold with the cost of 27,000, since our cost was 27,000. And thereafter, we send the air invoice to the customer. And then again, we procure this particular item with 100 quantities, and this time we receive the price as 26,000. So you can see the last time the price was 27,000. Now this time we are procuring the same item with 26,000. And as a result, so again, I just want to showcase you that after the shipment or the delivery order, you would be able to see your costing status as 27,000 for the remaining 50 quantities. Now, after the AR invoice, we are procuring again this item, and this time we are procuring with 26,100 quantities. And previously we have procured with 27,000. Now, once we receive the material and as soon as the material shipment gets completed, the status on 6th of April becomes 46,000 for all 150 quantities. So that is what last PO price costing method represents. And then we will raise the AP invoice. Again, if there would be any change that into the per unit price, that would not be considered by the system. So it means your cost remains 26,000 for 150 quantity. Even for the next time, if you're procuring the same item with 24,000 for, let's say, 50 quantities, then your cost, as soon as you receive that material, your cost becomes 24,000 for all 200 quantities. So that is how the last PO price costing method used to work. So that's all in this particular video. If you have any kind of doubt, then I would request you to write down into the comments, or you can send us the email. If you think that this information is sufficient enough to understand the last PO price, I would request you to like our video and subscribe our channel. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.